going on, Jerome's? Minnesota Vikings had some replacing to do on the edge as Daniil the Real Deal Hunter went to the Texans, but the Vikings had a coterie of free agents who I really like a lot. And notably on the edge, Jonathan Grenard coming from the Texans, drafting a Diamond Dallas Turner, plus the addition of Andrew Van Ginkel from the Miami Dolphins. And as we judge free agents, it's basically you take the temperature of the opposing fan base and see how mad they were about losing a player. Dolphins fans were pissed about losing AVG. Heart and hustle guy, could play on the edge, could play off ball, can do a lot of things, good in coverage, and reuniting, and it feels so good. So, hey, we finally got a Flores guy. We didn't get Christian Wilkins, but we got Andrew Van Ginkel, who was fantastic, even though he's a stupid Badger, but don't hold that against him. Long story longer, Andrew Van Ginkel did suffer a foot injury on the last game of the regular season, causing him to sit out the playoff game against the Chiefs, which, I don't know, maybe he's okay with that. He was warm, at least. But he is progressing back from the foot injury, even though he hasn't participated on the field in any OTA or mandatory minicamp work. Hopefully should be good to go for training camp. Vikes fan page. Vikings edge rusher Andrew Van Ginkel is progressing well and should be ready to go pretty quickly when training camp opens up starting next week. Darren Wolf is mentioned on Score North. Van Ginkel suffered a foot injury with the Dolphins in the regular season finale last season. Now, even though he could be ready pretty quickly, I'm sure what will happen is that AVG will start on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. Now, in training camp preseason, they can come off that list anytime. They could be there a day. They could be there for the duration. But it does give the team flexibility to potentially put him on the PUP list for the regular season, because you got to be on the regular season PUP list, so you miss 4 games, but you don't count against the 53, you have to be on the training camp preseason list. So teams, as camps are starting to open up, you see teams go hard in the paint, and you're just like, oh no, oh loaded, that player's on the PUP list. They come off anytime. All right, so whether they miss a game, blah 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 blah, gives the team flexibility. And even with the foot injury, Van Ginkel did sign a 2-year, $20 million deal. And before you get pissed off, it's like, hey, it's better than giving Marcus Davenport $13 million. No big deal. But Van Ginkel was a dude, man. So since Flores does preach versatility, like AVG was a hand-in-glove type player for that defense in Miami, and he is a great tackler, great in coverage, great as a leader as well, plus fantastic when asked to rush the passer. So 6 sacks last season. And I think that he's going to be a big part of what the Vikings want to do on defense. And it is probably going to take a village to replace Daniil Hunter. But the signing of Grenard and Van Ginkel and bringing in Dallas Turner and also potentially using Pace more as a pass rusher, I think that's certainly going to help things out quite a bit. But reasons to take things slow, get him back to 100%. That's pretty obvious, because it lowers the chance of re-injury, and also, he missed the off-season work, that's fine, and also his training camp. Training camp is very important, yes, but also the fact that AVG is familiar with the broad strokes of the Flores scheme, even though it certainly has changed personnel-wise and thematic-wise from the Dolphins to the Vikings. He's generally aware of concepts, verbiage, and all that stuff. Plus, not gonna lie, gives Diamond Dallas Turner more first-team reps, and he was able to get all of them during OTAs and mandatory minicamp. That is if he actually signs his contract. No big deal. But I think that Blake Cashman, as well as Andrew Van Ginkel, as well as Jonathan Grenard, I think are very underrated signings for the Vikings, and I think that they do give the Vikings one of the better, So it's up because people don't like it when you say outside linebacker as part of the linebacker core, but second level of the Vikings defense certainly has a ton of meat on it with AVG, Grenard, Turner, Cashman outside. How about that? As well as Ivan Pace Jr. But either way, take it slow, get to 100%, and then we'll see you when we see you. That's right. But your thoughts are thoughts. Reportedly, Andrew Van Ginkel progressing well from his foot injury. Could be ready pretty quickly. Start training camp. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.